So a few months ago, around my girlfriend's birthday, I had a few ideas what to get, as one does. I was still weighing options. I also had the idea to check her Steam wishlist, just, to see what's there, what's on sale, could I get a few things. And in the end, I ended up getting her 3 different games, one of which being Resident Evil Village.
The Village? So I'm like, what the fuck is that? It sounds crazy. And indeed it was.
So at the time of buying this, I didn't really know anything about Resident Evil. I knew about 7, I knew that was very popular, I knew a bit of the gameplay, but lore-wise, or any of the previous games, I knew nothing about. Pretty much the only thing I knew was Leon exists. Besides that, I knew nothing about Resident Evil. Because growing up, when I really got into the whole gaming side of the internet, Resident Evil was somewhat on the decline in terms of Resident Evil 6, I think it was at the time, and I remember as a kid, I saw Resident Evil 6 on a shelf in this one game store in my town, and the only thing I thought was, oh, that's a pretty cool cover, with the webs and all of that, and pretty much the only thing I knew about it was like the consensus from the fans being, this is terrible, this game is ass. So, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I knew about it. Fast forward to a few months ago, she was hyped, she tried Village, she liked it, she played it for a little bit, it was great, it was awesome.
Why the fuck is this happening again? Oh, shit! Who the fuck are you? Oh, shit! What the hell? Oh, shit. What the hell do
And I was randomly like, look, I know this is supposed to be like a horror shooter type of thing. I really adored the 2 Outlast games, I was obsessed with them, and I was really intrigued by Village and what it even is. So I started up Village, and the best decision I've ever made, started in hardcore. Have I ever played a Resident Evil game before that? No. However, hardcore mode for some reason. My expectation was I'll play for like maybe an hour, and then I'll get to an area which will have me stuck, which will clearly show me why I wasn't supposed to start on hardcore to begin with. It was a new experience, it was interesting, and then I got to survive the attack. Oh my god, that area? Insane. And I ended up doing that area like, I don't even know how many, like 20 times until I got through it. In the back of my mind, it was, yeah, this is the area I'm gonna try a few more times, but I'm not gonna make it, and I'll just drop the game here, and I'll, go back to playing something else. And the more I tried, the more I was like, okay, I was really close that time. I know what I'm supposed to do. I can do this. Like, I was stubborn about it. And for some reason, I kept going at it and going over and over and over until I actually did it. And then I turned to my girlfriend like, oh my god, like I actually managed. Can you believe this? And she was like, yeah, that's like basically the hardest area of the game. Which had me stun locked because I was like, wait a minute, you're saying I could actually do this on hardcore mode? And yes, I did. Now, anywho, I beat Resident Evil Village. I 100%ed Resident Evil Village. Absolute peak. Like, I did the DLC, did all the achievements, did every single possible thing in that game one can do. Replayed it like 4 or 5 times. Absolute cinema. Then, my girlfriend got me Resident Evil 7, which I will admit was far more creepy and far more anxiety-inducing, I guess I could say. However, I still really loved the experience. And then because I was subscribed to Xbox Game Pass at the time, I saw that RE2 and RE3 remakes were on there. So I literally figured, like, why wouldn't I try one of these? Like, I'll try the RE2. Like, why not? Like, I wasn't really sure about the third-person perspective. Like, how would that work? Because I never played any of the other RE games. After beating RE2 Remake, I ended up buying Resident Evil HD Remaster. And started playing it, ended up playing a few hours and looked at, like, lore-related stuff about the games.
What about you and Jill? You two could hook up.
Look, I really need you to fuck my sister.
And I was hooked. I was completely hooked on it. And I had this, like, thing go off in my brain, like, you have to play the originals. You have to play from the first to the last game. And that's what I'm doing currently. I finished OG and the second one with both characters, which was amazing. The second one was much, much more polished than the first one. The first one, like, I appreciate it for what it is. Obviously, at the time, it was the first attempt at making something like that from them. It was still great. It was still amazing. Like, I really liked some of the puzzles. The enemies were a bit lackluster, some of them, but the second RE just blew it out of the water. And currently I'm starting RE3, so I'll probably make a video about that. I'm currently on my whole mission to basically complete every single RE game, and even my girlfriend pointed out, like, oh, you're becoming one of those, like, oh, you have to play the originals type of people. You have to play the originals. She was dead on, like, you have to. They are so damn good. The puzzles are completely different. The vibes are completely different. It'll make you appreciate the remakes even more, but the remakes will also make you appreciate what the first game did well. It's amazing. You have to do it. So yeah, that's like a short little random story on how I became obsessed with Resident Evil. I'm a pretty small channel, so like I don't know if anyone's even gonna see this video, but yeah, screw it. If anyone actually watched till the end, thank you a lot, and yep, that's about it. Goodbye.
I hope those containment parameters are still nominal.